Video 4 testing the impact of sliding versus deciding in cyclical and non-cyclical relationship. This is the literature review. Emergent adulthood relationships are ambiguous in nature because it's your moment of freedom. It's your time to figure out who you are, what you want, all that stuff. More uncertainty causes more distress in relationships, so the more uncertain you are about the status of your relationship, the more emotional distress you should be feeling. To resolve this distress, you need to evaluate your relationship. You need to take in all the information, learn about your partner, learn about yourself, and decide what you're doing with your relationship. You're using that information to make decisions about the relationship. However, there are some people that kind of just don't do that information part, and they just kind of make decisions, or they slide into decisions because, that's what they're doing. Like, they're sliding into decisions. So that goes into the deciding versus sliding thing, which sliding would be the higher risk option to take, as deciding is low risk, even though it puts more at stake. Relationship uncertainty consists of the doubts people have about their relationships and is linked to increased anger, sadness, conflict, and termination of relationships, and decreased attraction. However, it may also increase the excitement and the romance within the relationship. Relational anxiety is tied to the perceived dedication of the partners. So if you don't think your partner is dedicated to you, you're going to be more anxious about where the relationship is going. That kind of thing. Sliding might be tied to uncertainty, dedication, maintenance, and satisfaction within the relationship. And when you're cycling, it kind of messes around with your whole perceptions of commitment, because as it has been proven in so many other articles, those people that are in cyclical relationships, they have different perceptions on commitment within their relationships. The purpose of this study is to examine the effects of relationship uncertainty and dedication on later maintenance and sliding in the future of their relationship. So this is the methodology. It was drawn from a larger study on emerging adult romantic relationships. 979 undergraduate students, 69% whom were female and 31% were male. They were given a class credit for finishing this survey. Those choosing the survey were then emailed links to secure an online system during the second week of the semester. Basically, they were then interviewed 3 times during the semester, at the beginning, in the middle, and at the last week of the semester. The final sample ended up being 75 emerging adults in cyclical and 169 in non-cyclical relationships. On the survey, it was 17 items on a 5-point scale about uncertainty, 4 items on a 7-point scale on relationship talk avoidance, which would be the defining the relationship, those big decision-making conversations, avoiding them, right? 7 items on a 9-point scale about the constructive communication, which would be like good communication that pushes your relationship forward, and 7 items on a 7-point scale about relationship satisfaction, 4 items on a 5-point scale about relationship dedication. Data was then tested through a longitudinal path model and a multi-group analysis and cross-group testing. So yeah, this is your results. Relationship uncertainty and relationship maintenance behaviors are fully mediated by their avoidance of relationship talk for both cyclical and non-cyclical partners. So the relationship uncertainty and the maintenance inside that relationship is completely dependent on whether or not you're avoiding those big talks. Satisfaction at the end of the semester was negatively associated with both uncertainty and avoidance of relationship talk in the first 2 times that it was that they were interviewed. However, neither of those directly predicted there would be lower relationship satisfaction in the 3rd semester. There is increased relationship dedication predicted decreased avoidance of relationship talk for non-cyclers, but not for cyclers. This was the only path in the model. Okay, so if you were cycling, you were going to end up sliding. They basically said that if you were cycling, you slid into your decisions, more or less. There is no significant difference between cyclers and non-cyclers in levels of dedication or uncertainty. It suggests that individuals seek to clarify their relationship only if they perceive doing so is going to result in a positive outcome. So that's why people will avoid the talk in a cyclical relationship if they don't know what the outcome is going to be. Even if it's going to be a bad outcome, then why are you going to have that big talk? You get me? So due to that, because they have that relational anxiety that they're going to lose their partner, right? So what cyclers end up doing is they use talk avoidance and avoidance strategies to maintain stability within their relationship. They use it as a coping mechanism for the distress they're facing within their relationship. So this whole article is just going to support the idea that it's not just dedication and communication skill, but it's that motivation as well that influences the emergent adult's ability on being able to maintain healthy relationships. Because the whole this study started off with like emergent adults are having really bad, unhealthy, toxic relationships, and let's talk about why they're so unhealthy and why they're so ambiguous. And yeah, that's video 4.